Good afternoon, traders. It is Tuesday, December 28th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Not a good day today, at least for us. The Dow that you're looking at here made, let's see, it's one, two, three, fourth or fifth up day in a row. And where you see it right here, this thing is just hanging on the ceiling below its all-time high. It made 102 points today, and I've been here before. I'm not saying the Dow is what's influencing our stocks, but it could be. I've seen this many times before when the Dow just hangs, I call it hanging on the ceiling. It's right below a previous all-time high, and that seems to be create a lot of problems in our trading when it's doing that. It's got to punch through convincingly, or better yet, sell off. But when it just hangs up here, right below its all-time high, it can create problems for us, and it certainly seemed to create problems for us today. We had I don't know what it was, about 12, 13 positions coming into today. We had $15,000 positive on the close yesterday. That $15,000 in the aftermarket and pre-market went up to maybe 18 to 20,000, and then by the time we got out of it today, we got out with $3,400. Yeah. So the whack-a-moles had a field day today with us, and I could maybe live with that. It's still a positive number, but then they just killed us on our entries today. We got into 8 new positions, 2 positive, 6 negative, and we are carrying negative almost $19,000 in open trade going into tomorrow. It's like we bought the high tick of everything. I mean, it's just obscene. It's just absolutely horrible. And if I didn't mention that the Dow closed up 102 points. So, yeah, terrible day. Just terrible day. I'll show you one stock. This is the best trade we had, but it also illustrates the problem we have. This is CEI, which is Camber Energy Incorporated. We bought this 2 days ago, right out of the gate when it popped. It closed just slightly profitable, but huge gap up yesterday, and that was the high bar of the whole move, was the first 15 minutes. That isn't when we get out, and we still had halfway decent profits on the close yesterday, and then this morning it opened lower but came back for our exit. Now, actually, that exit is that is the high bar of today, but it still represents a big pullback, because up here, this thing is at $10,000. It went higher in the aftermarket and pre-market. probably at least 12,000 maybe, and then we getting out here at $5,700. So $5,700 is a good trade, but it's half of what we saw both on the open yesterday and in the aftermarket and pre-market. And that's just the whack-a-moles are in there. And I'm talking about this aftermarket and pre-market because it's driving me crazy. I have said this before. Our system has, in the last 30 years, worked very well because we hold overnight. We don't day trade. And my massive amount of research I have done is that you can expand your profits greatly by just holding one day rather than day trading and getting out the same day you get in. And so we look to see our profits increase overnight or after the close, and rather than get out at the close as would a day trader do. Well, that's worked fine for 3 decades, but this whole year since the end of February, we've been seeing this thing where our holding overnight causes us to lose all this money to the whack-a-moles. And this happens with our total trades today. We saw 15,000 go to 3,400, and you see it here in just this one stock, Camber Energy, which was also up in the aftermarket and pre-market. And so I'm still seeing this jump in the trade after the close of the day we get in, but that jump is taking place in the aftermarket and the pre-market. The aftermarket for me goes from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. after the day of entry, and then the next day the pre-market goes from 1 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. And that's where I'm seeing the profitable moves for our position. But as soon as they open the regular trading day, they just crush it, and it's just really frustrating. That's all I can say. It's really frustrating. Hey, listen, I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday.